Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Tha-Killar from Gaming at youtube.com/LikeANerdGaming, and today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on Hitman Absolution. So the first thing we're going to talk about is new voice actor. So IO has made a statement that David Bateson will no longer be the voice of Agent 47, and so far what we have heard is only one line said by Agent 47. It sounded a little weird, but I don't think it's going to be in the actual game. It's not sure, however. And so far, I don't think they have made any press releases of a new voice actor. But I think that the new voice actor will be okay. Maybe they will try and not really make Agent 47 stay so much, so you won't feel that there's a new voice actor. And I think they had a good reason for replacing David Bateson, because after all he's been in 4 of the games, so that's gotta be some sort of good reason. But he hasn't told anything about why. He simply just explained that he isn't working as the voice actor of Agent 47 anymore. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is there's no Jesper Kuhl. Jesper Kuhl is the one that had made the music for all of the previous games. Now, this is also like with the David Bateson thing, that he's very tied to the Hitman games. It almost feels like for some fanboys that he has to be there. But I think there's come a lot of new good gaming orchestra directors, so I think it will be okay. And from the music we've heard so far, it's very, very good. Maybe they also wanted to take it to a different direction with the music, sort of like if you've heard the trailer where he is in the Mercy Hospital and he shoots a lot of people. That's not really orchestra music, I would say, at least. Okay, well, that's not very important compared to the next things I'm going to be talking about. Okay, so the next thing is characters. If you have seen the E3 footage, there is this Brisano character, who is sort of the rookie policeman. And I think it's very interesting to see how they sort of make you interested in the people you are killing, perhaps even making you feel like you don't have to kill anyone. There was the sergeant yelling at Tristano, and I think some people will think you have to die, Sergeant. And I think that's very, very cool that you sort of learn the characters as you go, and not just briefed about the characters before you go, but sort of like side characters. Okay, but we're going to be talking about the AI. I have already talked about this, but this is a very, very important subject. Now, I think the AI will be brilliant. It will be very, very complicated and one of the best AIs, if not the best AI we have ever seen in a game. So far as I've known, there is 400 pages of character talk, like conversations and such can trigger. Okay, I think the AI is going to be complicated because it's if you don't do everything like exactly this way, then maybe something will change, and that's why I also think the game will be harder to make guides for, because I think the AI will be more complicated in the way that when you, for example, do something, the entire AI could change. So I think you want to be very careful about such things. And talking about the AI, we're also going to be talking about disguises, because, for example, if you're disguised as a cop in a hippies building, you can't do that because the hippies don't take kindly to cops. And so if you're dressed as a hippie amongst cops, the cops don't take kindly to hippies. And I really think it's important that they do this disguise thing very, very good. Like, if you killed someone and you were seen killing them as, for example, dressed up as Santa, and you change your suit to a gardener, just for an example, then I think that it's very important they sort of have a look at the gardener but don't really know what to think. Like they're just staring at him with more attention, but not really anything too important. Sort of like there's this. Before it was only black and white. Like either you would get caught or not. You would either be allowed to be there or not. And I think it's very important to see that they really try to change this disguise system and make you feel like every disguise matters, and you really need to think what you're wearing. The dress code everywhere. And there's also the thing about disguise. If you've killed someone and they haven't seen it, they'll only try to arrest you if they're after you. And if you have killed someone, if they've seen it, they will try to get you and, well, actually shoot you, kill you in any manner. And as talking about character before, I think Agent 47 is sort of changed. The way, if you've seen the E3 footage where he kills someone and he says shh, 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 that's very, very neat, but I think they've changed him to be even more cold than before. Like, you can really feel how cold he is. Like, he just really doesn't give a fuck if you die. Now, I think that's very, very cool. And maybe we'll also see him sort of being more, being more of a cold-hearted killer than he was before. Because what really made him so cold in the other games was how little he would actually say. And when he said something, it would just be pure badass. And maybe they can make him say more, but actually be badass the whole time. I think that's perhaps one of the options. But when the game comes out, we will see, and I will be covering the game no matter what. I will buy the game on its release date, and it will hopefully also have content out that day. Quality content, of course, like guides and so on. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Tha-Killar from Like a Nerd Gaming at youtube.com/likeanerdgaming, and I'll see you next time.